Hi guys, welcome to Money's TV. My name is Denise and my partner in crime is Mary. Mary, say hi.
Hi.
Okay, so today or tonight, we're going to be recapping season 2, episode 1 of Underground. And so Mary has just come in, a new viewer.
It's true.
So, you know what? We're going to jump right into it. The episode starts out with a black guy. He was a slave, but he was going to talk to the slave master, and it looks like he was giving him information on Harriet Tubman.
Right.
And which I was like, okay, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know if he's really, I don't want to make any assumptions about him.
Like if he was a sellout or something, or I don't know. Seemed like it.
First impressions, how did you feel?
About the episode or that pen down. The whole episode, man, it was gripping from start to finish. I loved it. This guy, like, I'm just coming in and every single thing is new. And I'm just like, he's the bad guy. I don't know anything. So please continue.
Okay. So she's like, oh, he's the bad guy again. Okay. So
I'm a mess. I'm sorry.
I kind of want to start over. But anyway, so then we see Rosalie, Harriet. Well, not Harriet right away, but we see Rosalie running with what we presume to be some runaway slaves, helping them to escape. And they chop down a tree, and one of the slaves is hurt. And so the slave catcher stops and is like, okay, we got you surrounded, you might as well give up. And then Harriet comes out with her 2 guns.
Yes.
I was like, yes. The first glimpse of Harriet was so amazing and powerful. She tells them that, look, my arms are tired. We're going to make this real quick. He's an slave. You weren't going to get but $5 for him anyway. So let me pay you the $5 and let us be on our merry way, because you don't need the trouble of these here guns that's pointed at you.
Come through.
And so they're like, wait a minute, we have 3 slaves, but you only want to pay us for 1? And Rosalie pulls out her gun, and he was like, you got what now?
That was so awesome. I love that part.
He sit here counting his chickens before they hatch. No, you have 1 slave with a bum leg, because we can get away. In the end, it turns out that, they take the money, and Rosalie is back at John Hawkes and Elizabeth's place, going over, giving the rundown of what happened and working on the slave. So how did you feel about the slave catchers taking the money? Like, did you know that part, in history, like that Harriet Tubman would pay these slave catchers off in order to get away?
You know what? That was the first time I'd ever heard of that. Like, I thought that was pretty amazing. But also, like, not surprised. I mean, humans are greedy. We're greedy people, and bribes work, unfortunately. And Black people were seen as cattle, as property. So they're like, well, I'll give you some money. And I'm like, all right, deal. That's all we were. We're goods, I thought that it spoke volumes, especially for someone like me who didn't know that history. I thought that was pretty amazing.
Okay. So then they go to John Hawk in the courtroom trying to negotiate Noah's release, basically back into slavery. And his argument is, yes, he committed a crime, but the first crime he committed was being a runaway. So you need to return him, or return the Makins their property that they lost. And I was like, okay, so you can kill somebody and get out of jail as long as you go back and be a slave? Like,
right.
Okay.
No.
So he says, you know what? That's the law. We'll think about it. And, they adjourn for the day. And Rosalie talks to John, and she's like, okay, I don't believe, in the system or whatever. And he's like, I think this judge is going to rule in our favor, and we'll get Noah out of jail. Then we can get him to freedom. So Rosalie walks up to Harriet, who is sleeping, which I thought was a really good addition to the story, because the actual Harriet Tubman had these bouts where she would pass out.
Yeah, that's right.
And so with her just sleeping and how she woke up like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
And she's like, yes, okay, so I think we need to keep moving on. And I'm like, wait, what? She went not even drowsy?
That's good. Yeah, you're right. That was good.
It was really good. So then, she tells her, no, we don't want to move on until we get Noah. And Harriet's like, look, you need to leave Noah where he is.
Ooh.
And so she's like, no, but I love him, and he's going to help us. And we need that strong man. And he's our family. And Harriet's like, boo, he's not blood.
Yeah, that was pretty savage right there.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, Harriet is savage.
Yes, I love that.
So they have a little bit more back and forth, and then it moves on, and we get our first glimpse of Mama Steen, Ernestine. And she's waking up from her boo thing and sniffing the claw. And at first I'm like, maybe she's trying to make herself sick so she can get pulled into the big house or something, or she has some type of plan working, in the background working, because Mama Steen was, if nothing, clever. And so, no, she's just working in the fields, getting high, and shacking up with this abusive man, which was kind of hard to watch because, as season 1 viewers know, she was a very powerful character, and she exhibited a lot of strength. And like I said, she was clever and swift. So for her to just admit defeat. Now, she did witness her son being hanged, and she also killed her lover. I mean, Ernestine was taking people out left and right in season 1. And she, her son, her younger child, has been sold away from her. And then also Rosalie, as we know, she's off doing her thing, saving slaves with Harriet. And so she's experienced a lot of hurt, and she's trapped in a position where she has lost her power. Right. And so I still don't know. I'm ready for her to pull herself up by the bootstraps, because even in her, she has this hallucination while she's sniffing some type of fumes or something, and they get
like a liquid opium.
Yeah, I was gonna say some type of opiate, or I don't know, but They getting high and having and she's hallucinating I can't remember her name, but the black lady, everybody's black.
I'm gonna look it up right quick. Let me see.
She kills the one she killed in season 1 because she was about to Pearly May. I found it. Pearly May.
Okay.
So she's hallucinating Pearly May. And Pearly is like giving her the business. She's like, look at you. You know, your power was all you were worried about, and you killed for it. And, you even saw your son hang on the porch the porch you thought you ran,
right,
as the mistress. Which, how can you be a mistress when you're a slave? But you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, she's kicking all this nuts. She's like, oh, you might as well just kill yourself. Like, I mean, as if you're not trying to already by sniffing all of these drugs.
And being with the man that could possibly beat her to death. Make him mad enough.
Like, he gets slapped, so he slaps her. Like, she don't have anybody to kick, so
yeah. That was a powerful moment to me.
It really was.
After he was getting mistreated by the overseer, the white man, and so she says something smart, so he hits her. He got smacked, so he needs to smack somebody. That just shows that hierarchy in the Black culture as well. Like, you think about it, Black women are at the bottom. We don't have anybody under us to hit. That's why, I feel like some Black men still abuse people because they are being abused by people above them. I think it showed a lot of our culture today. I thought it was really powerful scene.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking, but powerful.
It was hard to watch because I'm like, Mama Steen, she's the beast. Like, she even killed her, her boo thing. Well, I want to refrain from even referring to him as that because he was her slave master, but she killed him because he killed her son. And I just, to see her in the position that she is, I know she's going to pull herself up. Because that's the type of person she is, but while she's down, she's really down. You know what I mean? Like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So moving along.
I love that.
We come back to John Hawk. Oh, well, actually, we visit Noah in prison.
Noah, yes, Noah's first.
Visit Noah in prison, and he is like working his master plan. He's got a ring of guys that's trying to get free. He's like, I'm not waiting on anybody to save me. He's sharpening knives and making whatever he can into a weapon to get out of there. And so we go back to the courtroom with John, and the judge is like, yes, I understand the law, and as the law states, Noah should be released, but I'm just going to be petty because I can and say, screw the law. And John is like, okay, no, you can't just ignore the law. And he was like, I just did. Which I was like, oh, if I didn't dislike you so much and I wasn't so disgusted, I would say kudos to him. So yeah, Noah is set to be hanged, and it is not a pretty sight. I was kind of hurt by it.
Yeah.
And so Rosalie breaks down in the courtroom when she hears that Noah is going to be hanged. And she's like, I know, I told you so. So then John is later with Elizabeth, and they're talking, and he's like, you know what? Rosalie was right. Rosalie stated that whenever the law is not set up to protect Black people. Exactly. So yeah, of course he'll ignore the law when it's to hang a Black man. you know, because we don't have any protection under the law. And he was like, okay, the law is not going to work in this case. You know, so we're going to have to do whatever it is needs to be done to get things going. And in that moment, I was like, okay, John has now woken up. He is now woke. I mean, that was a proud moment for me. I really was happy. He's like, I'm awake now. You know, I understand the plight. Like, even though he was all along in the trenches trying to help, you know, the slaves free, he really believed that there was some justice under the law, and he just found out there was not.
Exactly.
So like, he's like, look, we're gonna set this thing up.
Yeah.
Once Noah comes out, we're gonna break free. We're gonna break them free. So I'm so ready. This is the part.
I know.
So you know, they have their plan. You know what? I forgot to mention. Elizabeth goes to the what do they call themselves?
The sewing circle.
The what?
Sewing circle.
The sewing circle. And she thought she was there to knit.
Yeah, come on now.
But it's this circle of women, which is it was so beautiful. You know, they're black, they're white, you know, they're working together, and they all carrying their guns, and there's like a little protesting group.
I love that.
You know, they're doing anything to help aid, you know, slaves to freedom. Mm-hmm. And so I really, really liked their little group. It was so cute. Well, I shouldn't say, I don't want to use the word cute because they were bad. Like, they were shooting guns. They're like, look, this is how you do it.
Yeah. So, I mean, she was training them to shoot a fork off of a rope, like that little space. I was like, go girl.
So yeah, I don't want to demean and use the word cute because it was savage. They were all of that. Yes. And so, but back to the matter at hand, the plan to free Noah. No, and it was really sad. They roughed him up, getting him out, and then they put him on the block and they put the noose around their necks. And Noah was like, okay, I guess this is it. I'm about to die. And then he hears the song and he sees Rosalie. And he's so excited. He like almost couldn't contain himself. And he's like, yes, help has come. And so he, you know, Rosalie puts the alcohol down. She lights this flame, and bombs go off. Like in the ruckus, they free Noah and a couple of slaves. John rides in, gets them in the wagon. They're off to freedom, but then they're ambushed on the road, you know, trying to get away. Right? And Noah,
I was not ready.
Right? Noah is recaptured, which I'm like, what the heck? Like, I was ready for him to be free.
I was like, just give him one day or something, Lord.
Right.
Up.
And so then, okay, so John and Elizabeth are leaving the courthouse, and you know, they're all happy and overjoyed and celebrating. And this guy walks up and boom, shoots him in the head. Like, I was not expecting that closing scene. It was, I felt unnecessary. Like, I wanted John to live a little bit longer, but I guess in this time, if you woke, you gotta die. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that was rough. That was rough. And I mean, we kind of fell down the steps of like the justice hall, you know. I was like, ooh, I mean, that hurt. I didn't, you know, this is my first episode of Underground and I was hurt. was like, I just started to like this guy, and he's gone.
I don't know. And you know what? I will say this: the music was flame. Like I was, I was like, when Freedom came on, I was like, yes. But that one scene when they were dancing, but it was a church, like a church gathering. I was like,
oh, here we go.
They look like they doing the juke freak dance. Like, what is going on? Is this how we praise the Lord? I guess I'm one of those conservative Christians. Like, I'm just like, yeah, thank you, Jesus.
But I feel like it was also showing how the African culture has survived through all the centuries. You know, I mean, we don't know exactly what dances they did, but
no, I was just
I like that they threw that in there.
But in all seriousness, like this show covers a lot of content, and it's really amazing how they weave real life with, you know, things that could have happened, you know, and it's just a wonderful production. I really enjoyed the show. And I can't wait to see the introduction of Kato and his story, and, you know, where all the other characters that are still alive, you know, how they're going to come back in for the rest of the season.
Ooh, that was intense. I mean, are all the episodes this intense? Like,
yes, it actually is, especially when they first escaped the Maker 7. Oh my gosh, it was just like every episode was like, what's happening? It had my nerves, man. I was about to start drinking.
I loved your tweet. You're like, I'm so stressed out, I can't even drink. I'm like, you never started.
Right? Like, but if I wanted to, like, the other episodes made me want to, but this one, I can't even want to drink. Like,
come on now. Oh, okay. Any predictions?
Well, my prediction is Mama Steen is gonna get herself together and kill old dude. Like, I mean, slit his throat. Like, this is what Mama Steen does.
I know.
And that's the next time he hit her will be his last. That's my prediction.
Come on now.
Or at least that's what I need to happen.
I feel like it's going to get worse before it gets better. Unfortunately, that's kind of how I feel. Just her arc is probably going to be like, whoop, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And then
one thing
I don't know if Noah was actually captured by the guards again. He may have been captured by somebody else.
Oh.
I'm hoping it was. Did we see Harriet in the end? Yeah, we did.
Did we? See, now you
know what? I'm sorry, guys. I can't remember. So maybe I'm gonna predict that Harriet has him, or someone else has him other than the Justice Department.
Okay.
So that's our recap, guys.
Yes.
They'll get more
together.
I feel like this one was kind of wild and crazy, but they'll get more put together as the time goes by. So, Mary, where can they find you on social media?
I am at Simply the Worst on Twitter, and I'm really excited to get in there and start talking more about Underground. So join us in the conversation.
Okay, and you can find me at Forever Sam Sadies. If you like our videos, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye.